Castration. It's Castration could help men to live longer. Oh, really? Removing the testes of male sheep lets them live up to 60% longer by delaying the aging of DNA. And the same principles could apply to humans too. So we're talking recently. Remember the clip that's over there on the Papa Swolio channel about steak? You're feeling more manly because you're eating steak. Aha. Well, what do we got in the box?
What's in the box?
Listen to this fucking shit. Okay? Taint length matters. We know that. Okay? Too much soy, too many phthalates and environmental toxins in our food, in our household products, everything. Shortening our taints. It's killing men's testosterone, killing sperm count. It's masculinizing women and feminizing men, not to mention the gender dysphoria that's going on in our country. It's all related. With social media, they're fucking your eye holes, they're fucking your mouth holes, they're fucking your ear holes. Hell, they're even fucking your pores, jabbing everyone, as many people as they can. They'll jab your fucking baby in your stomach if they could. But fam, now what they're trying to do is cut people's fucking balls off.
What the fuck is that?
All right, check out this ridiculous article. Castration. Castration could help men to live longer. Oh, really? Removing the testes of male sheep lets them live up to 60% longer by delaying the aging of DNA. And the same principles could apply to humans too, study claims. Yeah, because we're fucking sheep. I guess we are. Most people in this country and the world are sheep, but the figurative sheep, not literally sheep. It's the same reason why just because something happens in a rat doesn't mean it's going to happen the same way in a fucking human. So you got weird shit there. But this is pretty fucking ridiculous. All right, let's just read where do I find this stuff? Yeah, on the internet. This is from the Daily Mail. This is a tabloid, but they do have descriptive articles, but we can sift through the bullshit. I mean, there was a study, but we have to look through the propaganda. We have to look through the bullshit, just like any other kind of news site. So we're doing it. That's why it's balls deep. It's funny. I'm not like, they're not knocking down your door yet to cut off your balls. Not yet. They're trying to in educational institutions. They're cutting off your balls in food. They're trying to Biden said it, right? They're trying to get down your meat consumption. They're trying to feed you more plants. Bill Gates and all his fucking pea protein and farmland with James Cameron, right? With the Game Changers documentary. And he has like millions of acres of like pea farms and shit like that. It's all this whole plant-based push. They're going to keep on scaremongering and fear-mongering with climate change until you fucking give up everything that makes you a fucking human. It's pretty ridiculous. The virtue signaling. But anyway, we can just keep on going with that. I like my steak, and I also like my testicles too. I like my balls, but they are trying to, again, this is the big movement. It's breaking apart the family. We talk about this all the time. It has to do with the money. It has to do with these societal changes, it has to do with the food. It's everything. It's everything to make this whole, like, as if to make men and women just erase it all, erase everything. Everyone's the same. No one's different. Just be a good little fucking drone. There's nothing that makes anyone a unique individuals. We're all the same. It's just how you feel. Like, I'll just be I don't know, maybe I'll be a chair tomorrow, or maybe I'll be demisexual tomorrow. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Maybe I only connect with people that I have an emotional bond with. Maybe.
Come on, man.
All right. Male sheep who have been castrated might live as much as 60% longer. And it's even possible that testes removal may offer the same benefits for human men as well. Yo, what the fuck is this?
Go fuck yourself.
Jesus Christ. Why would you even say that? Oh, I want to live longer. Let me cut my balls off. I'm sure you'd fucking like that, wouldn't you? I'm sure you'd like that. It is well known that Biden and ewes tend to outlive men and rams, respectively. Okay, so because females, yeah, that's great. The new findings shine a light on the role of male hormones in this phenomenon. Now, look at this picture. He's grabbing his balls. Alongside this, the team said that the methods they use could be applied to allow farmers to tell which sheep will live longer and by extension be more productive. It may also provide a DNA analysis-based means to determine when meat sold in the supermarket as succulent lamb is really mutton in disguise. I don't eat lamb, and not really. I've had it before, but... All right, the study was conducted by epigeneticist Victoria Sugru of the University of Otago, New Zealand. What you guys doing down there, New Zealand? Stay away from the ewes. Stay away from the sheep. Like, stop cutting the ball. Just stop it. Stop it. You've spent too much time on that island. Okay, come back to like the mainland. Like, let's bring you back to society. All right, New Zealand's done. We're done. Lord of the Rings was cool and all, but we're fucking done. We're shutting it down. That's it. Both farmers and scientists have known for some time that castrated male sheep live on average much longer than their intact counterparts. However, this is the first time anyone has looked at DNA to see if it also ages slower. To compare how DNA ages in different sheep, the team created a so-called epigenetic clock for the animal, which serves as a measure of biological aging based on the presence of chemical tags known as methyl groups. Once they had analyzed a large number of the animals in order to calibrate their clock, the team were able to compare how castrated and intact males age. They found that effectively the epigenetic clocks of castrated sheep, or wethers, as they are referred to by farmers, tick slower than intact rams. Quote, "We developed a way to measure biological age in a broad range of mammals," added Steve Horvath. "We have looked at over 200 species so far and discovered surprising commonality in how animals age." All right, so cool, I guess. I wonder what other factors would make that congruent in humans. But, whenever we start talking about, you can read the study. It doesn't really matter much past that. This is an article that's going to keep on talking about, it gets pretty complex when it starts talking about DNA and the methyl groups. But, whenever we talk about these studies, let's say in humans, let's say we start talking about this in humans, we start talking about men and women in different ages and whatnot. I mentioned this in a podcast, or oftentimes, like, who does these scientific studies? Who does these weight loss studies? Who does these meat studies? Aside from the people that are just doing general, large scale based assessments based on multitudes of studies. When you look at individual studies, there's usually very specific, a scientific study usually looks for very specific outcomes, because the scientific study, if it's going to be valuable, it needs to be repeatable. And if it's very vague, it's not going to be repeatable. It's not going to be able to be repeated. Or if you're not using a large enough sample size, there's a lot of stuff in actual science, and the hypotheses that you test in order to see an outcome. So yeah, not cutting my balls off, but I'm sure you will they're trying to chemically castrate people essentially with these fucking garbage foods, all the plastics and all the soy and corn that's pumped into the diet. It's like, step aside. I say this many times, step off the track. Everyone's going one direction. Literally, you're going to be a sheep if you just go everyone else's direction. You're going to believe what everyone else believes. You're just going to take everything as good daddy government tells you. You need to step out of the mainstream psyche and start thinking for yourself. It's might not be comfortable at first, but it's for me, it was instantly. I've always been fringe in the sense, like, using my brain. I guess that's fringe, thinking for yourself, not just swallowing everything that the government's dick wants to shoot into your mouth. Like, just spit that shit out. You don't have to swallow it. You can make your own choice. It's just that most people don't. Most people just want to be told what to do.
We stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mo, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mo. I said stay woke, real mo. Stay woke, real mo. I said stay woke, real mo. Stay woke, real mo. I said stay woke, real mo. Stay woke, real mo. I said stay woke, real mo. Stay woke, real mo. Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transfer to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a running crown.
You are the king and apology.
You about to see a new side of me. I hope you know. We stand up and watch our enemy go. Empires fall, my legacy grows. I might just hop on this melody flow. All this vision, no